Hello and welcome everyone to this WarCraft replay. This is going to be another 2v2 game for WarCraft 3. And we have a couple of big names over here for the purple team. I guess in the bottom left area of the map we have BMM, or more commonly known as Fly 100%. Fly probably is one of the big names out there. He is currently retired, unfortunately. This game is, I believe, played in the middle of last year. So Fly is probably one of the, I guess, most well-known orc players, I guess, in the Warcraft scene anyway. So if you don't know who he is, you could watch maybe one of his better games. This is 2v2 anyway, so maybe you might not see his fullest capacity. Like we seen in the previous game, Email didn't actually perform that well because he got focused by Team DKH. Anyway, Fly is going to be spawning in as the purple orc player in the bottom left. His ally is going to be World Elite's Forever TeD, who is also retired, I believe. So yeah, he is also going to be spawning in as the purple undead player in the bottom left. If you don't know who TeD is, I believe he's like the only undead player who's managed to pick up first place in WCG. I believe that was back in 2012, managing to beat Sky, Moon, and I think Lin. Yeah, that seems about right, I think. Anyway, very strong purple team over here. Their opponents are going to be Checkpoo, who I guess you guys should obviously recognize, because I would say out of all these four players he would be the most recently active player. It is going to be Lin, spawning in as the brown orc player in the top right. Now Lin, of course, like I mentioned before, actually got second place in WCG 2012, just being beaten by TeD, I think. Or maybe I was wrong, I don't know, but he is still a very high caliber orc player. His ally is going to be none other than Overclass, otherwise known as Reprisal, and I actually forgot to look at Reprisal's achievements, but I do know that he is probably one of the longest playing Warcraft 3 players at a very high level. So yeah, four very strong and capable players. Archmage for Reprisal, currently at level 2. Lin, it looks like he might be getting himself that, yes, the Blade Master, and, oh, killing the stag. Fly is also going to pick up a Blade Master for himself, and TeD is going to have that Death Knight. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. The map is on, what map is it on? Tidewater Glades, I believe this is called. Maybe, just maybe, I would show you around the map, but I would just... I mean, the merchant camps have already been taken down, so I don't actually know what exactly was in there, I guess. Either way, it looks like Lin is going to use his grunts to help Reprisal just farm out. Meanwhile, the Blade Master, although he didn't really go for much harassment, is actually going to be given that replenishment potion to go back and harass. Quick tier 2 coming in from both Reprisal and Lin. Meanwhile, Fly and TeD is just gonna maintain just building that army, and I don't know, maybe establish an expansion. I wouldn't necessarily put my money on that assumption, but either way, lots of items for the Archmage. Another replenishment potion, greater healing potion, +3 strength, salve from Lin's base, and the Wand of Illusion. Blade Master is going to try and lay down some pressure. Fly is going to go for tier 2. Blade Master can he actually fit out of there? How did he get in there, I wonder? I don't know, but here comes Reprisal with Lin's units as well, and hopefully they will be able to target those orc burrows. Triple illusions coming in on one of those elementals, but it's pretty obvious which one is real. We currently have two that are real, but both of them will be quickly expired. Meanwhile, we will have only Fly dealing with the defense over here. TeD is going to be just farming creeps. He even has 2 stacks of healing wards. These illusions not really tanking much. I would say they're pretty much a waste of space right now, but it looks like this illusion is soaking up some damage. Reprisal is going to pull back his footman. However, Lin looks like he will be losing a couple of grunts. I believe he lost 2 grunts. Meanwhile, Fly himself might be losing himself second, maybe a 3rd grunt. I think this is the 3rd grunt, judging by the amount of corpses there. We do have a Voodoo Lounge right in the back, or right in the front for Fly. I thought that was the lens, but it is purple color anyway. Lin, able to pick up another grunt. Fly needs to be careful. He is currently facing 2 brown heroes. Meanwhile, he is trying to fight this alone. Reprisal getting himself early rifleman, but oh, let me just fix this. Okay, Shadow Hunter coming out for Lin. Bestiary will be completed. However, oh, actually not even going to be completed. It's going to be forced to be cancelled. Spirit Lodge might even follow as well. I don't think Lin would want this to be... Oh, it's not even going to be cancelled. That is just straight up destroyed. I don't think the resources was refunded. Either way, Battle Stations is going to be utilized. There we go with TeD placing down a healing ward, and very nice positioning right there as well. The Shadow Hunter will be forced to just get in front of that and just take it down, but still, Orc Burrow has been lost for Lin. He might be losing himself a second one very soon. There we go with the second one. Lin is now going to lose himself a couple of grunts and peons along the way. Keep Tick has been finished. We do have that single blacksmith as well as the arcane sanctum, but that's... I don't know, most of the army is over here trying to do some damage to Fly's base. Meanwhile, the Battle of the Blade Master is really not... I don't expect it going well for Lin's favor because it is level 2 versus level 1. The critical strike is obviously a factor to consider. TeD is going to be TPing in. Oh, lots of damage coming in on that single Crypt Fiend. However, healing ward will be placed down. Death Coil was able to heal up that Crypt Fiend in time. There we go with the Lich coming out alongside the Shadow Hunter as the second heroes for both of the purple players' armies. Now Lin, oh, even getting himself his own Shadow Hunter, and will be able to hex one of these grunts. Right. So Orc Burrows need to be replaced. As we can see right here, Lin is completely upside down in supply, losing all of his Orc Burrows. That is not something you would like to happen, especially since you were laying down the pressure first. I think more damage was dealt to Lin's base compared to Fly's base, maybe. Well, I don't know really. I think Fly lost a lot more units in the process of being sieged. Maybe it was just an even trade, who knows. Either way, Blade Master gonna try and disrupt this human armor. Oh, there we go with the Nova Coil as well as the Hex, assassinating Reprisal's Archmage. Lin is gonna try and assassinate one of those Crypt Fiends. However, oh wow, it looks like the Shadow Hunter got assassinated, not one of those Crypt Fiends. So, level 1 Shadow Hunter in exchange for a level 3 Archmage. However, the Blade Master might even be following up. Dust Appearance has been used. We do hear a couple of militia being killed off. Hex is going to be used on that Blade Master, and Stormbolt used on that Blade Master to prevent him from using that 500 hit point health potion. Very nice combination right there. Both Hex to just completely control that Blade Master, and then Stormbolt to just make sure it was a done deal. So far, I think well, I don't necessarily know how to put it. I think both players have a very good hero combination. Nova Coil with Hex and BM assassinations. I think the only thing going for the brown team, besides the riflemen killing their own kind, is the Stormbolt to follow up with the Shadowhunter and Blade Master. I think the purple team has a little bit more nuking potential compared to the brown team. Rifleman R20, so maybe armor upgrade might be following soon. I don't know. Not even added training for these priests, but I believe it will be done very soon. Now, we have seen in the previous game how badly humans can actually scale later on once they have no gold mine to mine off, and these are fairly low gold mines to begin with. I believe they're 10,000 instead of the usual 15,000 or maybe even 20,000. So yeah, really need to expand as quickly as possible. However, the only safe expand would be this one and this one over here for the brown team. This one and I guess this one would be considered purple's teams. Maybe the far ones might be a little more neutral, but seeing as the positioning of the inner bases, I think my reasoning seems a little correct. Coda Beast is coming out for Lin. Right now it's an army of riflemen, priests, grunts, and raiders. I don't know. For TeD, for the purple team, it's basically grunts, crypt fiends, and double statues. Maybe even more statues later on in the field. But yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be grunts, raiders, and crypt fiend statues. I'm wondering who has the better army composition. It could possibly be like not on the basis of the hero combination. I think it might be the brown team. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that the priests do way more than the statues could. +1 armor upgrade is on its way for Lin. If you don't know, the Orc arsenal only has one type of armor upgrade, so this is pretty much universal. Green Drake is going to be taken out. I really wish the mouse just didn't randomly do that. Sorry about that. Alright, I have no idea what item was picked up. It might be the rune braces, or it could be that Book of the Dead. I have no idea where either of those items have been picked up from. I am not actually familiar with this map. This might actually be the first time I've casted a game on Tidewater Glades. Definitely don't remember playing on it. Blade Master from Fly, not really gonna do much. He does have that health potion, as well as a single circlet, but that I don't think that's enough for him to become just a wrecking ball. So yeah. Oh, items are gonna be given to the Blade Master. +2 ring, 300 health, and the +3 agility. Meanwhile, the Lich has himself a Gloves of Haste, as well as the Orb of Corruption. DK also has 300 health, or that might have been given to the from the Blade Master. I have no idea. Yeah, it was given from the Blade Master. 300 health, Book of the Dead, rune braces. Actually, I'm very surprised the rune braces have been given to DK. I would have imagined that it would have been kindly given to the BM, because I think that he would be focused down more than the DK would. Either way, looking at army supply, I'm actually very curious. Spellbreak is looking to be added to the army mix here. 65 and 48 versus 64 and 48. So I would say purely on food supply that the brown team has a way better or more numerous army. However, the Blade Master for Focus has been, Fly has been caught out and will be taken out. So huge advantage already, and the fight has only just begun. Thunderclap from the Mountain King. He does have +3 strength as well as the mana stone. Shadowhunter for Lin has been taken out. So far it's one hero. However, it looks like Lin's Blade Master is soon going to follow. Book of the Dead has been used, but most of the units have been taken out. TeD is now going to try and destroy the brown army by utilizing those mass destroyers, but the blizzard coming in from the Archmage. There we go with a quick hex to try and control that Blade Archmage. However, the Blade Master for Lin is still alive, and he does have a Staff of Silence to hopefully just deny these double undead heroes. Maybe even the Shadow Hunter. We even have a Furbolg Shaman being hired up as a mercenary, level 4 Shadow Hunter, level 5 DK, and level 3 Lich versus a level 4 BM and level 4 Archmage. So far, I think the brown team is getting the gaining the momentum, able to take down 2 Crypt Fiends in quick succession, and will force TeD to go for a TB scroll. So Black Citadel armor supply is at 41. Note that TeD was at the 64 before, and Lin is at Fly is at 41. Alright, more spellbreakers being added for Reprisal. He is at 61. Meanwhile, Lin is at 39. I believe Lin actually took the most damage here. As you can see, the majority of Reprisal's units are mainly ranged, so they would be out of the danger of the battle, I guess you could say. Cloak of Shadows has been dropped. Not necessarily an item to consider worth picking up, but it is still an item. It still gives you gold if you sell it. Or hell, it could even save your life during nighttime, but I don't think that is currently valued right now for Reprisal. Tome of Strength has been picked up by the DK. Surprising that the DK is still bothering to creep, because he can't get to that level 6, and I think all he is doing is just leeching off experience, so he needs to get out of there. He can't get with the raised dead ability if he continues doing that. So we currently have 4 obsidian statues actually. I can't count for some reason. So definitely just messing up those units for the mass destroyers. We're having a lot of saves in this game. I would imagine it's because we have a lot of observers, and that is incorrect. Okay. Surprising that Reprisal is still producing off 1 Arcane Sanctum. But I would assume it's because of this absurd number of riflemen. They are still 2-0. They're not 2-2 nor 2-1. Meanwhile, how is Lin's upgrades looking at? I have no idea where the units are. There they are. The Grunts are 0-1. The Raiders are also the same. So nothing too worthy of note right there for Lin. He is not even going to go to tier 3. I don't think he is going to value Spirit Walkers in this particular game. His Spirit Lodge, he was thinking of it, but ever since it was cancelled, he has not replaced it down again. The Blade Master is ensuing his rage on these stags over here. Even purchasing the Orb of Corruption from the from TeD's own main base, the Tomb of Relics. So something to note right there. I'm not sure if it's better than the Purge Bowl, because the Purge Bowl can briefly ensnare one of your opponents. But here we go, the Shadow Hunter for Lin is going to be focused down. What is... oh, even Lin's Blade Master has been taken down. There we go with the Death Coil. Invulnerability Potion will be used on the Shadow Hunter, but so far, not much is being dealt with. Thunderclap is coming in from the MK again. However, the MK himself, oh, there we go with the Death Coil and the Blade Master. I would imagine him setting his sights on that Mountain King. Oh, just kidding. More blizzards coming in from that Archmage. I would imagine him just getting hexed to try and stop that blizzard. We have Illyria's Field of Accuracy for the brown army, so these riflemen are doing quite a bit of damage. Lots of healing waves coming down from the purple team. There we go with level 4 of Lin's Shadow Hunter, so hopefully he can make a more impact. There we go with the Raise of the Dead, and the animated dead are actually invulnerable, so not something you would want to face. Surprisingly enough, even 3 Kodo Beasts have been raised. Fly's Blade Master has been taken out. Hopefully no more will be following, but it looks like the Lich for TeD might be the next target. I don't know. He is being creep blocked by his own units. Hex coming down on the DK. He is level 6, but he doesn't have that powerful of an ultimate ability. It's all dependent on what type of units are raised. I think Resurrection from the Paladin is a little bit more effective because that is at least permanent. Hex, Stormbolt, Shadowhunter for Fly is going to be taken down, and the Archmage, he does have mass teleport, I believe. So unless he is waiting for the point on the Brilliant Sword, mass teleport will help him immensely with his mobility, especially with a big map like this. If you don't know what mass teleport is, just think of a TV scroll, but you can only take 16 units. However, the beneficial factor is that you can teleport anywhere, as long as you have a friendly unit to teleport to. So yeah, think of it as Boots of Travel from Dota, or something of the sort. Alright, 0-1 versus 1-2. Despite having the upgrades advantage, Fly is not doing that well against Lin, and TeD is at 2-0. That's pretty much just balanced with Reprisal's 2-0 as well. However, these riflemen do fairly well against these destroyers, as I believe destroyers take extra damage from these riflemen. Like I said before, the unit composition for the brown team is just more superior. As long as they can take down the crucial heroes, the brown team can overcome these two titans right here. Of course, the brown team has two titans as well, but they're both teams are just, I don't know what to say. Rejuvenate coming down on the Blade Master is not something you would like to see. That is a very scary sight to actually behold, because there is actually no Night Elf units or Night Elf heroes, hell, not even Night Elf players in this game. That Furbolg Shaman is very important. Oh, Nova Coil to take down Lin's own Blade Master. Like I said before, TeD has the heroes advantage because he can nuke down those heroes and crucial units very effectively, but so can the Stormbolt and just complete nukage right there. Fly does have his Shadowhunter at level 5. No Big Bag Voodoo I don't think would be coming down before Lin gets his own. Unsummoning coming through with these Ziggurats, and it looks like every player is now dried out of gold, and I think TeD is standing on his last legs right now because he only has a Nubian tower and he doesn't have that much resources to try and fix things right here. Fly is still pulling very strong. There we go with a health potion to try and keep this Shadowhunter alive, but the Shadowhunter is now being stuck. He cannot be healed by the Death Coil and will be taken down level 5. TeD is going to give the GG and quit the game. So does Fly, and that is going to be game. Reprisal showing his skill right there, despite me not actually going over his achievements that well compared to the other three players. Probably played the best because of that incredibly scary Rifleman, Priest, and Spellbreaker army composition. Either way, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game. It is not as long as the first one, but oh well. The next 2v2 will be coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, I will do these one every couple of days. So yeah, see you guys then, and take care.